Man, y'all know how we do on a freaking Saturday. All right, especially when I got some free time. Now, y'all saw the thumbnail. At least I hope you did. Lightning. Now what we're gonna do? What we doing is simple brake job, guys. Nothing technical. Nothing. Relight on. Let me change some light. Get y'all some light in here. There we go. Nothing special, except. Ooh. I'm a little disappointed. You know why? Because I found out I got the wrong parts. Okay, I was all set. I don't know. I just that thumbnail or that shorts just went out. This rotor and this rotor, that was still closed. But anyway, I got the wrong crap. Okay. Uh, well, the cops looks like we're gonna be on hold until Monday because they got me the wrong parts. We didn't get these parts. They supplied these parts. They have some type of contract out with Napa. Yeah, both of these rotors. Okay, something ain't right. I think he said my helper said the fronts are wrong. All right, so there's nothing special about this vehicle. It's a damn Dodge Durango that's been converted to a cop car. So I don't know how the hell. Uh, I don't want y'all to see the county. I don't want y'all thinking y'all okay, but you can't escape this. This thing got a Hemi in it. I already got it in the air, so I can't let it down. But anyway, that is what's going on. Now, I told y'all on that shorts video that we was gonna talk about why cops deserve. You were supposed to get Derman. Derman sell brake pads too? Oh no, don't tell me that, dude. If Derman's selling brake pads, I'm done. I'm converting. I don't believe that now one bit. There's no way in the hell Derman sell brake pads. Anyway, stop man with the Derman jokes. No Derman jokes. But why does a cop car need special treatment? Why does a cop car need special brake hardware? All right, let's go over a few of these, okay? Uh, extreme duty driving, okay, way harder than a civilian use. So this vehicle may be uh, indulging in some extreme duty driving. All right, now, high speed pursuits. Yeah, if you're chasing somebody, you have to be able to stop and go and stop and go on a dime. Okay, here's another one. Hard panic stops back to back. Yeah. For that reason alone, you need special set of brake pads and brake rotors. Okay. Idling for hours, then instant full speed response. You know what that means? The cop sitting under a tree eating his donuts, and somebody goes flying by him speeding. So he got to be able to take off on a dime. Now, taking off, brakes are not involved in taking off. However, when you take off, again, you have to stop. At some point, you're going to have to stop. Okay? So that is one. Fully loaded vehicle. These cop cars, freaking heavy, guys. Yeah, they got equipment in them, loaded heavy down equipment. So they need to be able to go and stop on a dime. All right? Standard retail brake pads fade, they crack, or they just glaze fast under this type of abuse. So because of that, cops got their own damn, look at that, cop car. Brake pads. Because of everything I just mentioned, remember what I said, high speed pursuit, hard panic stops, back to back, idling for hours, then instant speed response, and because the vehicle tends to be heavy. Okay, now let's go over some more. Okay, higher heat tolerance and fade resistance. Police pads, these so-called pads right here, I guess now they refer to police pads. All right, well anyway, these police pads usually severe duty semi-metallic or ceramic metal blends. Okay, so there's some special, there's some secret special stuff added on here that you won't find on your normal cheap pads that you put on your car. All right, yeah, you don't get this. This is for cops. If you're not a cop, you don't qualify for this special brake pad. Okay? Severe duty semi-metallic is what they use, designed to operate at much higher temperature. Now get that? All right, less likely to fade after repeated hard stops. That's what those pads to get you. All right, now as opposed to civilian pads, they pretty much designed with quiet operation in mind. All right, low dust, comfort, things like that. All right, the cops don't care about noisy brakes. Unless it's grinding, of course. They don't want them grinding. All right. Police pads are tuned for stopping power first. Always remember that. Stopping power first. If you're a mechanic, that is. All right. So let's go over another one. Consistent pedal feel under stress. During pursuit, officers can't afford. It can't. In the middle of pursuit, chasing somebody, you cannot experience soft pedal feel, inconsistent braking, long stopping distance after multiple stops. All right. So, with that in mind, Napa designed these brake pads, Napa, to maintain consistent friction, okay, and deliver predictable stopping power even when hot. That is the advantage of these brake pads. Not only that, longer life equal less downtime for the cops. All right, because the crooks don't take days off. The crooks gonna perform their crooked activities even on holidays. All right, so fleet managers care about cost per mile, vehicle uptime, fuel, brake jobs per year. Now this vehicle don't have a lot of miles on it. I don't know what the hell that means. Okay, so I'm gonna wrap this up. These Napa brake pads, guys, they will last longer under severe use. They will help reduce rotor damage, even though I got new rotors, and they are standardized across fleets. All that equals less downtime, fewer cars off the street. Okay, so that's all I have, man. I just wanted to go over the advantage, again, the advantage of these cops using Napa fleet brake hardware. But I'm at a standstill because something is wrong. Okay, we learned Durham. They clutch when. Yes, I agree. I agree 100%. I think I got turned off with Durham when doing the cooler, the whole engine cooler thing on the Pentastar. So, but yeah, you have a point, my friend. Cicero, what's going on? Cicero source. Guys, I'm gonna wrap this up. So I can at least do the rear. Now, somebody got to frequent go to Napa and get me the correct. I want my helper getting his hand wet on brakes, tune-ups. Tune-ups nothing more than spark plugs nowadays, but he getting his hand wet on everything. Now, he got his hand wet on rear brakes, but you know this stuff is not gonna stick until you're doing it repetitively. All right, doing a bunch of them. So, but from a brake standpoint, we even had to do one where we had to turn the rotors. This vehicle, we actually replacing the rotors. So, I'm letting him get in his hand wet with some brakes. All right, yes, Thurman, a very, very good company. They are, okay? They are. It's just that I have my own personal grief with Durham, but I don't know if you keep up with the videos, but they have bailed me out quite a bit, even on my own vehicles. Yeah, so I'm gonna give them a week off. I'm not gonna say nothing bad about them for a whole week. Okay, so now while my helper is doing this, I'm gonna do this. Yeah, y'all see this? Y'all recognize this? Now, guys, okay, here we go again with the cooler nonsense. Yes, got a cooler. And yes, it's freaking Mopar, okay? Yeah, we don't do Durham. Who's that in here talking about Durham? We don't do Durham oil coolers over here. All right, we do nothing but the best. And the best, in my opinion, I can only speak for me. All right, I never try to speak for anybody else other than myself. My opinion, this is the best cooler, okay? Now, I know some of y'all, addicted to aluminum. And that's fine. That's fine and dandy. Now, let me show you something. Because when I get this off, okay, my light went out. All that oil down there, right? That's the first thing a mechanic look for when they bring a car in, especially if it's over 100,000 miles. So technically, this cooler, I'm not gonna say it did good. Jeep got over 100,000 miles, but it did well. Now I will say this though, because a lot of you guys thinking these coolers are failing. I'm getting off topic, but y'all thinking these coolers are failing from the standpoint of, oh, the housing is plastic and it's cracking. No, guys, I can almost guarantee you 100%. This cooler is not leaking because it's cracked. This cooler is leaking because these seals on the bottom just simply collapse. All right? Yeah. If this cooler was made of aluminum and been on this car over 100,000 miles, those seals will also be collapsed. And you know what? It will appear to be leaking. All right? Are you going to dog the aluminum Derman cooler out because it's leaking? No. You're going to come up with something else as to why it's leaking. This is the primary reason for the oil coolers leaking on the 2018 and up. Okay, they start implementing the revised coolers right around 2017, especially when the Gen 3 showed up. Okay, this is a Gen 3 engine. It has an oil cooler on the end. So they started implementing these coolers then. Now, you don't know something needs to be addressed until you have a problem with something, right? So even with that being the case, as far as the coolers being revised, the seals, all right, they figured that they had a need to redo the seals as well. What's up, man? So, yeah. So the seals had to be revised, and they are, right? See how thick this is? Yeah. So even the seals on the so-called aluminum coolers need to be revised, right? From time to time. So this cooler is not leaking because the housing is cracked. Stop it. Cut it out. This cooler is leaking because these seals have collapsed. But now nobody wants to take this cooler out and put seals on them. I'm included. I don't want to do that. So if I take this off, I'm going in with a new one that will happen to have the updated seals on. So pretty much all we're gonna say on that. All right, that's all I have, man. I gotta get out of here. Man, I need my 2010 Chrysler Trans rebuilt. Gene, a 2010? We talking a decade old? That's what happens when you Mopar stop it. Huh?
That's they just send to put the brakes back into the oil change.
Oh, really? Don't even do the front or the rear?
He has to get it back from his department. Like his headquarters has to issue those.
Oh.
So we can't even give him brakes.
Oh no. Well, what about what we done already? Done took it all apart. Okay, somebody better find me an hour.
That is the oil change.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, bad news on that cop car. Yeah, put it back together. We can't get brake pads. Oh my goodness. That's what happened when you Mopar stop it off BMW design. But it didn't work for long. Ah, Gene, stop it, man. Good idea. Replace the piece. Yes! Man, dude. Hey, who's that? Who said that? Rick. You notice what this is? This is a Wrangler. Now, Rick, do you have any idea what a PCV valve is on a Pentastar on a Wrangler? Okay, forget it being a Pentastar because they pretty much almost in the same place. But a Wrangler, you can't even freaking get back there. A lot of guys get it from the bottom. All right. In fact, I got one over here. Let me show y'all. I gotta get out of here, but I'm gonna do this real quick before I go. Yeah. So it's in the rear of the bank one. Well, my point is, it's hard as hell to get to. But I'm one of those guys. Every time I'm doing oil leaks, I will be doing a PCV valve, especially if you're over 100,000 miles. All right. So we're gonna see about getting the PCV valve for this one as well. But good idea. Replace the PCV valve. Really, yes, you are right about that. Okay. I gotta go. I just been dealt some bad news. We can't get cop cars. We can't get. Oh my goodness, it sucks. All right, so much for the cop job. All right, yeah, they still gonna have to pay me. All right, or he can erase that ticket I got last week. Do y'all know my Nissan truck, my '93 model truck? I got pulled over. I'm gonna end it with this story. I got pulled over. You know, I don't know about y'all, but when I see a police on the road, even if everything legit, I'm turning. All right. I don't. There's no way a cop gonna be riding behind me for miles after mile, even if everything right. I'm just paranoid like that. I don't want you behind me, so I'm gonna make the next left turn or the right turn, even if I had no plans of making that turn. I'm turning. Well, this day was no exception. Cop got behind me. I quickly made a left turn, the very next left turn. Well, guess what? He made the same left turn. Next thing I know, lights flashing behind me. I'm like, damn, what the hell? I didn't even do nothing. Turned out he ran my plates and found out the vehicle was not registered. And guys, I didn't even know if I had insurance on it, but I got liability on that thing. But if I wasn't able to prove liability insurance, they would have totaled it away. Well, anyway, he gave me a ticket for no registration because I thought a 93 model, you don't have to register. I thought you don't have to get emissions. I didn't know you had to still register. Well, anyway, I got a ticket. I got to deal with that. But, yes. Shoney, what's going on? JT, come on, man. Don't do me like that. Closed C-brain in need of your help. Where you at, man? If that's a 2010, it's got to have a 604, right? 41 TE. That was easy peasy, man. Easy ass transmission. But man, you sure you want to hang on to that car? That car is like pretty soon you're gonna run out of parts. You ain't gonna be able to get parts for that car. That is right, guys. I gotta go. That's all I have. I appreciate y'all. Gene, we'll talk, man. It's 104 people in here. What y'all want to talk? All right, let me give y'all about 5 more minutes. Let's go down the line here. I didn't know it was that many people in here. All right, what my man doing to this? This is a Chrysler 200, 2.4 multi-air engine. This is the one we just put an engine in. Yeah, you can still see how shiny it is. I don't know why it's in here. Let's stroll. Well, the parts ain't right.
So you want an hour for taking the wheels off?
Well, John, what does that look like? All right, guys, I gotta go. I'm out.